Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in. Great to be with you, and we made it to the end of the week. And I hope you're having a good day. You had a good week, and we're headed into the weekend. Boy, yeah, you know. 11 years. We've been doing it over 11 years now, and it's intense, right? Because it's every day, 5 days a week, 2 hours a day, and it's got to be fresh produce. You're not going to shop in a store where you look at the vegetables and the fruit and say, "Geez, that's too." No. So same thing. It has to be fresh, and to make that happen, it takes effort. And there's a lot that goes on with the show that is not visible to the viewer or to the listener. Production staff, marketing, this and that. And I have two producers here right at the studio. One's a technical producer for the video. That's Josh, and Stephen, who's been with me for 11 years, the technical producer for the audio. He makes he works the board and makes sure that we get to all the affiliates across the country, and so on. So there's a lot that goes into the show. So, by the time we get to the end of the week, and yeah, you know what I'm talking, just like your job, right? But we're happy to be here, and we're happy to do this. Privilege. So today, Shauna Wall will be along in the second hour. Interesting. She has an interesting topic today. One of the things I look for with supplement companies is their sense of social responsibility. Are they in the business just to make money, or are they in the business to help people and to help society and to give? Do they give back, or do they just take? She's an educator for New Chapter. She'll share with you something that New Chapter does that I think you will find meritorious. And then we'll talk about some supplements from that company they have an interesting approach to supplementation and the manufacture of supplements. And I'll ask her to share that with you. Good company. Been around a good while. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. You like coffee? Do you drink coffee? I know Josh drinks coffee. Stephen, I don't think. Do you drink coffee, Stephen? I asked you that before.
Yeah, not a lot.
Not a lot. You're not. I don't see you running to that kitchen all the time drinking coffee.
Yeah, no. I grab a cup from the house in the morning, and I'll drink on the way into work, and then I'll have a couple of sips here. But I maybe have a cup of coffee a day.
Right. So you don't have.
I'm not one of those coffee
You don't have.
fiends.
Yeah, you don't have a great compulsion to drink it. Do you have a great compulsion, Josh, to drink it?
Just early in the morning. I don't drink past maybe 10.
I know some people that I have my triple grande non-fat cappuccino from one agave, 170 degrees ristretto. That's the drink every morning.
Jeez.
That's I get
a mouthful.
Yeah, that's got more details than a contract.
All you need now is Ugg boots.
Yeah, And that's about it. And I have a little caffeine in the afternoon with my pre-workout drink. But I don't have this great compulsion and obsession to drink coffee. I have friends who do. They drink a pot. A pot? Really? A pot? And some drink more than that a day. Well, turns out these researchers at the University of Edinburgh have figured out, guess what? Can't blame it on your mother. Well, maybe you can. Or your father, because they're saying coffee drinking habits can be determined by our DNA. Can't make it up. There's a gene for coffee, no less. What about cookies, crackers, cakes, chips, cola? What? Is there? Maybe. Some say there's a gene for obesity. All right, well, we'll leave that for another day. But on the menu for today, these researchers have identified a gene that it seemingly appears to curb coffee consumption. And then people with a DNA variation in this gene, the technical, they give these genes funny names. PDSS2.
Sounds like a Star Wars character.
Yeah, whatever that means, I have no clue. Tend to drink fewer cups of coffee, they found. People with a gene variation in a gene called PDSS2 tend to drink fewer cups of coffee. Researchers have identified the gene that essentially then appears to curb coffee consumption. Experts say that findings suggest that the gene reduces the ability of cells to break down caffeine, causing it to stay in the body for longer periods of time. So this gene reduces the ability of cells to break down the caffeine, therefore it stays in your system. This translates into then a person would not need to consume as much coffee then to get the same, what? Caffeine bump. These findings support and add to previous studies that have identified genes linked to coffee habits and shed, they said, some new light on the biological mechanisms of caffeine metabolism. So they looked at the genetic information from 370 people living in a small village in South Italy and 843 people from 6 villages in Northeast Italy. I've been to Italy several times. Got to go to Rome, and the traffic in Rome is something that, yeah, you couldn't get me to drive. No way. I think they've had too much espresso. It's insane. It's insane. Nevertheless, each of the study participants was asked. They completed a survey and included questions about how many cups of coffee they drank and so on and so on. What they found was that the people with this DNA variation in PDSS2 consumed fewer cups of coffee than people without the variation. People without the variation do what? Drink more. The effect was equivalent to around 1 fewer cup of coffee per day on average. Well, then they replicated the study, and this was the interesting part. They went to the Netherlands. So they went from Italy to the Netherlands and said, let's do this with the people from the Netherlands. And there was over 1,700 people in that study. They had similar results, but the effect of the gene on the number of cups of coffee consumed was slightly lower. And they said, the researchers, that this could be of the different styles of coffee that are consumed in the two countries. In Italy, people tend to drink smaller cups, such as espresso, whereas in the Netherlands, the preference is toward larger cups that contain more caffeine overall. This is kind of interesting, and it led me to thinking about, okay, if this is true for caffeine metabolism and just caffeine, having some gene that would either moderate your consumption of caffeine. If you didn't have the gene, there would be no moderation for caffeine, and then you drink more. I wonder, would this apply to other kinds of compounds, nutritional compounds, if you will, compounds that we find in food and drink? What about fat? What about protein? What about, carbohydrate from various foods? Now, there are studies to suggest, that's a whole different arena, and I'd have to look really a little closer before I would want to report on that, about genes being connected to cravings for particular kinds of foods. This is interesting. Now, you can't, in my view, though, most of our dietary predilections and habits are learned. That's not to say that genes can't be involved. We have an example here where caffeine is involved. Come back and tell you a little bit more. I have some other things to share with you. The conflict of the lady driving into a Dairy Queen. Uh-oh.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Formulated to support a whole body healthy inflammation response, an ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local fine health food store.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. If you just tuned in, I was reporting on this study where these researchers from the University of Edinburgh, this is not the first study in this line of course, in this arena. There's a whole line of research. It goes all the way back to the 1960s when some of the earliest studies on the genetic bases of coffee consumption, they were looking at this, the heritability of coffee consumption all the way back in the 1960s. So this is not a new line of research by any stretch. And they found that these researchers from the University of Edinburgh discovered this particular gene, that gene variation, and it's called PDSS2, where people tend to drink fewer cups of coffee if they have that gene, because the caffeine doesn't get as metabolized as quickly. Conversely, those who do not have that variation will drink more coffee because it doesn't stay in the system as long, and they want that continued feeling that you get from coffee, that bump, that metabolic lift, if you will. So, yeah. By the way, as you might suspect, coffee is one of the most consumed beverages around the world. I mean, you're hard-pressed to go into any culture and not find it. And it's one of the primary sources of caffeine. And by the way, most people get their antioxidants from where? Drinking coffee, because it has polyphenols in it. And I should also point out that it's been associated with protective effects, coffee consumption, on various common pathologies such as cardiovascular disease, hypertension, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, type 2 diabetes, some types of cancers. It has a protective effect. But be mindful, and even hearing functions. But it also can predispose people to sleep disturbance and some other issues. I'm just saying, some is good, 2 pots a day, not so much. And it's a little hard on the kidneys, I think, too, maybe, right? So enjoy your coffee. If you do have this genetic predisposition where you don't maybe drink as much, or if you don't have that gene variant, you'll drink more. 877-897-8255 is toll free. Call anytime you want. So here's a strange story involving alcohol and fast food. This can't end well. This cannot end well.
Sounds like most of my friends' Saturday night.
So there's this lady who lives in Belfast, Maine. She's 42 years old. I'm not going to, it's in the reports. They give her name. I'm not going to do that. And she was drunk. Okay. That's not news for people. What's the news is, 1, she was driving while she was drunk. 2, she had the kids in the car. 3, she decides that, you know what? I guess she was hungry. The kids needed to be fed. She decides she's going to go to McDonald's drive-thru and order Happy Meal. Problem is, she's so impaired from the alcohol, she goes to I can't do this with a straight face. She drives into Dairy Queen. She's at Dairy Queen in a drive-thru, and she's ordering She's ordering a McDonald's menu item. She's wanting Happy Meals for the kids. So she goes to the drive-through and she orders the Happy Meal, and of course the person on the other end of the conversation says, we don't have Happy Meals here. This is a Dairy Queen. So they had to call the cops. They arrested her. I mean, you know, what happens to people? She's driving around, and she had, I guess, the presence of mind to figure she needed to feed the kids, but she didn't have the presence of mind to pull the damn car over and park it.
Was there anything said about what time of the night or day it was?
I don't know. In my report, I don't have that. Do you have that in the story that you picked up?
No, that's what I was hoping you did. But
there was a 3-year-old girl in the car and a 10-year-old boy. The boy probably said, "Mom, what are you doing?" Right? He's old enough to figure out you're ordering from the wrong place, Mom. I can just hear that conversation, and she gets in a confrontation with yeah. Oh my God, can't make it up.
Crazy world.
Have you ever done that?
No, I've never done that. I've never been drunk enough that I thought I was in one place, but I was in another. It's never happened.
Oh, my God. You can't make it up. Come back. I'm going to share a story with you. It is, well, just come back. And, you hear me often say, when people ask me, "Doc, how are you doing?" And I say, one day at a time. And I live that way. That's not to say I don't have goals, but I really do. I believe you take it one day at a time. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. We have today. You focus on it, do the best you can with an eye toward the future with some goals. Because you don't know what's going to happen. That's what this story is about. It's a real story, somebody I know. And you're going to think I'm making it up. It is so bizarre and so strange. You'll see. I'll be right back.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit TakeSolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Alga Life, algae for life. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. Let's go to Lansdale, Pennsylvania. Mary, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Thank you very much for picking up my call, Dr. Gargo.
My pleasure.
I listened to your show. You mentioned about coffee has polyphenol. I would like to ask you, what is polyphenol?
What are
How does it help
polyphenols?
our health.
Okay. Polyphenols it's an interesting category of compounds, and there's a lot I could tell you. I could do a whole show on polyphenols. Generally speaking, I'll try to keep this simple. They're typically talked about in terms of their antioxidant protective effects for the cells in the human body to moderate the effects of free radical damage, okay? So they're antioxidants in a word. And there are a lot of studies to support that about polyphenols. They, of course, are plant chemicals. They're chemicals. They're word phyto meaning plant, phytochemicals, and they're naturally occurring in plants, and they give plants their color, the various colors that they have. Now, there are it can get complicated, but the major groups of polyphenols are carotenoids, which include things like vitamin A. Allyl sulfides that you'll find in garlic and onions is another category. And the largest group, the polyphenols, these polyphenols as antioxidants are found in many different foods. The polyphenols, a chemist will tell you, have this ring-shaped chemical structure. If you saw it, I won't do it now on the air, and so they differ, the different types differ in a number of these rings, chemical rings that they have, and what gets attached, the chemicals or molecules that get attached to those rings. That's what makes them all so different. So you have phenolic acids, flavonoids, stilbenes, and lignans. Those are the categories of polyphenols. And each one of those has their own unique chemical characteristics and features, but they all, generally speaking, polyphenols protect the plant, give the plant color, but when we consume them, they also protect us as antioxidants. You'll find them in fruits and vegetables of all kinds. As I'd mentioned, you'll find them also in coffee. And coffee has these antioxidant properties. So, but you can also, if you go to a health store, you'll have polyphenol supplements like extracts, different combinations, and you can ask the manager of the store, the salesperson waiting on you to get it if you don't get enough fruits and vegetables. That's why eating fruits and vegetables and other kinds of plant-based food sources are so important, because these chemicals that are found in the plants serve the plant. They protect the plants from the environment in terms of weather, insects, fungus, and disease of one sort or another that would destroy the plant. When we consume those chemicals, they give us protective effects as well. That's one of the gifts of nature. So people who do not eat a plant-based diet, these compounds are absent from their nutritional or dietary intake every day. So that's one of the bad side effects of not eating fruits and vegetables. Your body doesn't get these protective chemicals. I don't know if I answered your question fully, but generally that's what they are.
Yes, I do understand now. Just is a umbrella subdivided many other chemicals. This is what I understand polyphenol, the word.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Poly means many phenols. And in chemistry, I don't want to get into that. It's too tedious for a talk show. to get into the chemistry of it.
Yeah.
But people, you have flavonoids. That's one category of polyphenols. You have anthocyanins. You have catechins. You have flavins, flavonols, isoflavins, and so on. I mean, it goes on and on. It's a big category. Some chemists and whatnot, professionals, just specialize in polyphenols. I mean, that's all they do. They just work with polyphenols. It's such a big category.
Yeah.
So that's if you, for example, if you don't eat fruits and vegetables and you get a greens product, whether it's from Natural Factors, Jarrow, whatever one of these companies, and you have these green powdered supplement products, these powders that you mix with water or juice, those are typically loaded with these plant chemicals, especially polyphenols. And that's one of the benefits of those kinds of supplements for people who, they're not, back in the day, Mary, they used to say you need 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. Serving is considered a cup. Then they went to 7, the experts were saying. Now they're up to 9.
Yeah.
They're saying you need 9 servings of. How many people do you know, Mary, that eat 9 cups of fruits and vegetables every day?
Not at all.
Hardly anybody that you probably
know. Anyone.
I know. And it takes an effort to do that. 9 cups. Take 9 cups of fruits and vegetables, put that on a table, and see what that looks like. That's a lot of fruits and vegetables.
Right.
Now, some people who are vegetarians and vegans, they get far more than that because it's a plant-based diet. In my opinion, this is strictly my opinion based on my review of the literature and the science and what we learned from cultures over thousands of years. Cultures who tend to gravitate more toward a plant-based diet. I didn't say exclusively, but primarily the diet is made up of plants. Those cultures, the health in those cultures across the globe, no matter where, tend to have better health. Yeah. That is a general conclusion. There's not much ambiguity about that. Meat carnivores, just eating meat, which is loaded with protein, and that's just fine, is not going to give you these kind of chemicals that we get from the plants. Now, I believe that you need both, but I try to encourage people to eat a more plant-based diet than a meat-based diet. I didn't say eliminate the meat, but focus on the plants.
Right.
For a lot of reasons. Polyphenols is just one category of chemical.
Yeah.
And this is something, Mary, this is you asked a good question because nutrition is chemistry in many respects. These are chemical compounds that we're eating. And the body's job is to take these chemical compounds that are found in the foods, to digest them, and then to take the chemicals and to use them to protect and heal the body, and then to transfer the energy that's found in these foods that we eat into a form of energy that we can use, essentially ATP. That's called metabolism. That's one of the things that metabolism does. So these chemicals are life-saving and essential for good health. Come back and I'll tell you this very strange story.
At Nordic Naturals, we know that a commitment to deliver the world's safest, most effective omega oils requires an exceptional process. That's why we manage every step of production, from boat to bottle. That includes sustainably sourcing wild-caught fish from well-managed fisheries. It means using state-of-the-art equipment and technology at our manufacturing plant in Arctic Norway. Nordic Naturals bottles and encapsulates our omega-3s at our own facility and carefully ships products from our eco-friendly headquarters in California. The result? Nordic Naturals products have received more than 40 awards for taste, innovation, and product excellence. You can trust the quality of Nordic Naturals products and know you're getting all the health benefits omega-3 fish oils offer. Nordic Naturals' high-quality, great-tasting omega-3s make staying healthy easier for you and your family. When choosing an omega-3 fish oil product, choose the #1 fish oil in the U.S. Choose Nordic Naturals. Available at natural product retailers or online at NordicNaturals.com.
If you've ever had digestive issues slow you down, it's time to live digestively with the #1 high-potency probiotic, Ultimate Flora. Because with 50 billion live cultures inside you, life feels a little lighter, a little livelier, a little more you. No matter where life takes you, live digestively with Ultimate Flora probiotics from Renew Life. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. #1 probiotic brand with 15 billion or more cultures based on annual sales. How can a sweet little fruit gummy help you live digestively? Ultimate Flora Probiotic Gummies put the ultimate natural digestive support to work inside you to help you feel a little lighter, a little more you. And if raspberry lemonade's a little more you, feel bubbly in a good way with Ultimate Flora Probiotic Fizzy Drink Mix. Ultimate Flora Probiotic Gummies and Fizzy Drink Mix. 2 great ways to live digestively, deliciously. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook and learn more at pluscbdoil.com.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve 2 important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. In reference to Mary's call, just in that last segment where she was asking me about polyphenols, what my producer Josh is going to show you if you're watching the show, an article I went and I tried to find something that would serve as a good reference or a good source to learn about polyphenols. Any nutritional book will talk about them, but there's an article. It's entitled Polyphenols, Food Sources and Bioavailability. And it was published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. It was back in 2004, but what we know, it's a basic article talking about the different kinds of polyphenols, the food sources, and so on. The first author, the last name is Monach, M-O-N-A-C-H. So if you type in polyphenols, food sources, and bioavailability, and Josh is showing that, first author is Monach, M-A-N-A-C-H. If you type that in, you'll find it. There's a PDF of it. It's a good article. It's a basic article. It's a little science in its orientation, the way it's written, but it's readable. It's a good. It tells you about polyphenols. These polyphenols, we have come to learn, they are micronutrients, and experts have now concluded that they have compiled enough evidence to show that it serves well in the prevention of degenerative diseases, such as cancer, cardiovascular disease, and cardiovascular diseases, for example. These beneficial health effects of polyphenols depend on the amount you eat and on their bioavailability, how well the body will metabolize them. So if you read this article, you'll learn a lot about that. Again, it's titled Polyphenols, Food Sources and Bioavailability. There are scores of articles on hundreds of articles on polyphenols. Very important plant compound. So yesterday, the day before, I'm driving early in the morning to work, and I get a message on my computer in the car. It says, lower left rear, the air in the tire is low. I said, uh-oh. So I got to a gas station. I put air in it. And the tires on this car are huge. But they're run flats, and I didn't want to take a chance anyway. So I came after the show. I came out of the studio, and I turned on the car, and same message. So I knew there was a nail in the car because it was leaking air. So I decided to take it in to the dealership and get the tire changed. I have tire insurance. They will pay for the tire if it has a nail in it, you damage it, road damage or whatever. So I'm waiting in line, standing at the counter, and I won't even give the title of the person because I don't want to give away who this is. Somebody that works at the dealership came up to me, Dr. Gar, how are you doing? What brings you in today? And I explained. He said, oh, we'll take care of that. No problem. Now, this is an individual that I spoke to 3 years ago. And in this person's office, and I was talking to him about the stress in his job. We were talking about that, and I told him at the time that this job is I'm familiar with, I've been going to this dealership for years, and I said, this job is very stressful. You need to be careful. This is one of the most stressful jobs you can have because you're having to deal with consumers and complaints and whatnot. And people can get, how people can get, right? When it comes to automobile repairs and bills and whatnot, even the high-end cars with people who have a lot of money, they still, they don't care. They can be pretty tough. And I cautioned him about it. We talked about it. So yesterday, this is like 3 years ago, and he's a young man. He's not overweight. He's not obese. To look at him, he thin, tight, muscular, pretty much, looks healthy. He pulls me off to the side. I asked him, how are you doing? And he pulled me off to the side. He said, back in May, I had a heart attack and a stroke. His wife came home. He had found him on the kitchen floor. He had been lying there for 6 hours or so. He woke up 2 days later in the hospital. He didn't know where he was. Okay? Wasn't overweight, wasn't obese. Stress. Pure grain stress. There's more to the story. Then his wife tells him she's leaving him and wants a divorce. Couldn't wait a week. He just woke up from a heart attack and a stroke and blazed that on him, right?
And all of a sudden, I have 0 problems in my life. It makes you think.
That's why I'm telling this story. Exactly right. You think you're having if he didn't have bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck at all, right? Tells him she's leaving. And, yeah. And that's why people say, how are you doing? I say, one day at a time. Because what do I know about tomorrow? And I have this moment with you right now on the air, and that's where I'm completely consumed in this moment, and this is where I'm at. Totally focused on you and this show, and do my best so that I can, fulfill my promise about this show. And that's how I live my life. Because when I hear stories like that, you can't make that up. Are you kidding me? Guy had a heart attack and a stroke. He's a young man. He could be my son. Right? And then your wife says, I want a divorce. Really? Come on. Wait, could you wait until he gets... All right. You get my point. And it's funny, people will disclose these things to me. So I sat with him for a long time yesterday and talked about, doctors didn't even tell him if he has atherosclerosis or coronary artery disease. That was the first question I asked him. I said, did they tell you to have coronary artery disease? What is the condition of your arteries? He says, I don't know. I said, what do you mean you don't know? He said, they didn't tell me. I said, and I wrote down the questions and terms that he needs to ask the doctor, the cardiologist. Can't be, you can't make it up. Honest to God. I shook my head. And he was so nice to me and so patient. While I was sitting in his office, he had 24 emails in a matter of 10 minutes. 24 emails. And then people coming in and interrupting. The stress is phenomenal. I keep telling and I keep saying, stress is a killer. It is. Stroke and a heart attack all at once. And then your wife says, I'm going to divorce you. I'm going to shut up and quit complaining about whatever I think is a problem with me.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening to the show and whatever you may be doing while you're listening and watching the show. Stephen is here. Josh is here. You're there. We're all doing this. We do this 5 days a week, 9 to 11 Eastern time. The show airs live. I always encourage people to call the show. Please call, like Mary did in Lansdale. Asked a question about, I mentioned polyphenols, which are found in coffee. I was reporting on a study that found that there's a genetic gene variation that's connected to coffee or caffeine consumption. So your like for coffee or dislike is maybe in some measure genetically determined. And most people get their antioxidants from drinking coffee because coffee does contain polyphenols, this category of chemical compounds that have proven to be so beneficial to human health and fighting degenerative diseases such as cancer, cardiovascular disease. And so during the break, Josh is in the studio with me, and I was practicing. I brought in he asked, we were talking about, he wanted to play drums, and I was, many years I was a musician. So I said, I'll bring in my practice pad and my sticks, and I'll share with you what I used to do for a living.
I quickly decided that it'll be years before I get to that.
And I'm out of shape. I'm out of shape. I don't, I used to practice 6-7 hours a day in you're in music school, and I was playing every night. Did you catch any of that when I was playing on the pad?
Yeah. I didn't catch it on these cameras, but on my phone I recorded it.
You can't show it on the air, huh?
No.
Too bad.
You could just run over there right there. I got it.
No, I won't do that. No, I won't do that.
I can verbally, carry the show while you're beating on the.
No,
the
that's okay.
pad.
That's all right. Shauna Wall's my guest. She's an educator for, a pretty good company that I mentioned earlier. They have such a unique way of manufacturing supplements. I'm talking about New Chapter, by the way. That they've specialized in herbs and making. That's how this business started. And the founder, and maybe Shauna can share some of the early beginnings of the company. And so they've been around a good while, and I believe they're up there in Brattleboro and up north in the Northeast. And she's been on my show. Years ago, she was on a lot. Then more recently, she's returned and comes on, and she's an educator for them. And so we're always nice to have her on. And as I mentioned, with these supplement companies, many of them nearly virtually every company that comes onto the show is a big player in the natural products industry. And what's interesting too, that these companies certainly are in business to make money. But I always try to look a little bit behind the curtain and say, okay, do they have a sense of social responsibility? Do they give back? How do they give back? Are they sensitive about the environment? And because they're getting raw materials, you can't make these supplements without raw materials. These raw materials come from nature. Right? What relationship do they have to the earth? Do they think about the condition of the planet? What is their sense of social and environmental responsibility? Turns out that New Chapter has committed to doing work probably that most consumers don't even know about. So we wanted to talk about that with Shauna today, and you're always invited to join the conversation. 877-897-8255. Shauna, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Hey, thanks, Dr. Garko. Nice to be here again.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Is it snowing up there in Brattleboro?
Yeah, pretty soon, I'm sure. I was actually, I'm glad that you were bringing up some social responsibility and such, because I actually have a special guest here in my office with me this morning.
Really?
Sarah Newmark is New Chapter's Director of Sustainability.
Oh.
And we wanted to utilize this time today with you to share with some of your listeners what New Chapter has been up to. You mentioned, we do have our roots as an herbal company, and New Chapter really prides itself on sourcing quality herbs and really giving back to the planet that provides such healing benefits for us. And so I thought, what a great opportunity to just have Sarah share some of what New Chapter has been up to these days.
Newmar? Is it last name Newmar?
Newmark.
Sarah's been on my show before.
Yeah, you know Sarah.
Of course.
Hi, Dr. Gargo.
Hi, Sarah. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Were you wandering down the halls and she snagged you or something?
Well, she told me that.
Sarah, I'm going to be on air. You need to.
That you guys are going to be talking about, you were interested in regenerative agriculture and some of the work that we're doing. And
Yep.
so and she said, why don't you stop by? And so you're exactly right. I stopped by.
See, I know how that works. I get that. So regenerative agriculture, I guess one could sort of conclude what that means from the word regenerate, but especially what does it specifically mean as a concept, and what does it mean to New Chapter, and why in the first place would you be doing that anyway?
Right. So great questions. And those are the types of questions that we always think about when we are, looking at our environmental footprint and the work that we do. As you mentioned, we source raw materials, so it's our responsibility to think about those questions. We've done it when we looked at our source for Omega, making sure that we picked wild Alaskan salmon as the environmental choice for fish oil. And so when we were looking at our footprint and our supplier partners around the world, a few years ago I started to begin to hear this term regenerative. That yes, organic is important and non-GMO, but what are we doing to make sure we're protecting our soil? And the United Nations just came out with a report that we have 60 harvests left. Now, it's possible I make 60 more harvests, but for sure my kids will. And so
let me ask you. Let me ask you what that means. In fact, I'm on the WHO website all the time because they're involved in so many great projects. They are subject. Some criticize them for different political reasons and this and that. I don't get into that. I'm just interested in their work. What do you mean when they said we have 60 harvests left?
Sure. So this is the United Nations that came out with this, and it was that.
Oh, it was the United Nations, not the WHO. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's okay. So our soil, what we've been doing from an agricultural perspective has been depleting the ability of our soils to react to climate change, to hold water in times of drought, and so that we're depleting our soils so much that in their determination that the soils of our planet only have the ability to hold another 60 harvests for food. And that's a pretty big deal, right? Because we need food. Just that there's been, lots of research done on the ability of our fisheries and our oceans to uphold to the fishing practices that we are employing on them. That what we're doing to our soil is limiting the time that we have left to harvest food. But there's a positive, and so there is always a reason for looking into these types of programs and practices. But the thing that really spoke to us about regenerative agriculture is that it's a solution. Our soils have the ability, if we farm in a regenerative way, which means no-till organic agriculture, focusing on cover crops. There are many different aspects to regenerative agriculture. Those are some of them that it will create an environment where you will have healthy topsoil, and it will do it fast. And the other thing that soil does is it acts as a sponge. So if we improve our soil, we will allow soil to we will give soil back its potential to pull carbon from our atmosphere.
I see. Okay, we're going to head into some messages. I have a series of questions, but I invite the audience to call in too. 877-897-8255. Regenerative agriculture, that affects everybody listening and watching this show.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes? Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing. Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Talking with two very smart people from New Chapter who going to focus a little bit, moving away just from the supplements for a second, and talk about this company in terms of its social and environmental sense of responsibility. This is an important topic. Now, I know that there's some people who walk the planet that don't believe that climate change is real. I am not of that group. Climate change is real. The scientific evidence is compelling and overwhelming. The causes of climate change, that's where the great debate occurs. And some say it's just, this is sort of like a natural occurrence and sequence of the planet, and that this is nothing unusual. I don't buy into that either. The data suggests otherwise. You can start to track changes in the planet with the inception of the Industrial Revolution, and to notice how the atmosphere has changed, weather has changed. It's just undeniable. And I'm not an expert in this area, but I certainly know enough that it has persuaded me in my research and understanding now that it is very real and we have to do something about it. This is the only rock that we have at the moment to live on. So I'm just saying. Welcome back. It's great to have both of you on. And so go ahead, Sarah Newmark and Shauna Wall are my guests, by the way. Sarah, what is your title at New Chapter?
I'm the Senior Director of Sustainability.
Senior Director of Sustainability. So tell me, companies are in the business to make money. Are you, I mean, why would they have such a person doing such a thing? Does that make, that doesn't make money. That doesn't make money, right?
Well, our consumers care about these types of things, and so I would say that the question should be why companies aren't hiring somebody to focus on environmental and social mission. My work looks at the environment. It looks at how we take care of our employees. It looks like how we source responsibly, and those are things that our consumers care about.
Absolutely.
And that's why we became a certified B Corporation a few years ago, to communicate those values transparently. And we've been shown time and time again through our, being the first vitamin and supplement company to gain organic certification, to being the first vitamin supplement company to get non-GMO verification. These are things that our consumers care about. And so when you have a robust platform like we do, it dictates having somebody focus on it full time.
And well said. That was a question posed to. Certainly, I don't believe the company should, and I was. Yeah. You know what I was trying to do there. That technique. I do. Regenerative agriculture. You correct me if I have this wrong. As I understand it, it's sort of like a subdivision, subcategory of organic farming, where the intention is to sort of reclaim the soil, rebuild the soil, or otherwise to regenerate it from an unhealthy state to a healthy state. Does that sort of sum up what we mean by that, regenerative?
Yeah. I look at it more as organic plus or organic 2.0. Because you can be an organic farmer and have an organic farming system and still till and still not use effective cover cropping. And so while organic is, I think, the place to start, because you have organic farmers that are committed to good practices that are friendly to the environment and to people. But I think that there are practices even within organic agriculture, and I am an organic advocate, so I don't want to I don't want you to think that I'm saying that organic agriculture not where to focus. I think it is a good place to start, but I think that we are looking for regenerative agriculture as taking it a step further from organic. I think the key is to get soils in a place where they can sequester carbon, because again, we have a carbon, we need a carbon solution for this excess carbon we have in our atmosphere. To your point, whether you agree with it or not, we need to find a solution. And even if we all stop driving and stop building, today we're still dealing with carbon that was emitted from 10 years ago, that is in our atmosphere currently. We need to suck that carbon, and what soil does best, when soil is healthy, when it hasn't been disturbed by tilling, when it's been used, when you're using cover crop, is sequester carbon. That's what it wants to do.
What are cover crops? What are cover crops?
So the idea is not to have exposed soil. You want soil that is covered. So you want clover in your rows. You want alfalfa. You want lots of different things within your system so that there's just not bare tilled soil being exposed to the sun. So when that's the idea behind cover cropping, but also in regenerative, there's many practices like composting and permaculture and so looking at soil microbiology, there are so many things that go into regenerative agriculture. So what we're doing, because there's no standard and because this is so new yet so important and imperative for us to look at, this is, in our opinion, the solution to the carbon crisis. We have soil and we have small family farmers around the world that can make a change rather quickly. So we are working with some partners, nonprofit partners, to raise money to build a toolkit so that we can take this open source toolkit and offer it to people around the world and give them the tools that they need to start making a change more regeneratively. And that's what we're doing. We will use this toolkit that we're helping fund through a promotion that we're running in October. We'll take that toolkit and bring it into our supply chain.
Okay.
We're already.
When we come back, Sarah and Shauna, have you talk about what that special program is that you'll be running in October. We'll be back. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, Coast to Coast.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Alga Life, algae for life. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Stuff going on here between the breaks. Two good guests today. We have good guests every day, but this is a critically important topic for a little shift in the theme. You know, there are supplement companies and there are supplement companies, and part of this show is to educate the listener and the viewer about companies, and it's always about quality of the product that they're making, and because after all, these are things that you put inside your body. Then there's another dimension to these companies in the natural products industry, and that is, what do they give back? What do they give back to the community in which they have their facilities and work and whatnot? What do they give back to society generally? And what is their sense of environmental responsibility as well as social responsibility? This is Sarah Newmark with New Chapter pointed out. I asked why they have her there working with that title and that she has, because they believe at New Chapter, as I understood her, that they believe that the consumer would prefer to do business with a company that has a sense of responsibility. I agree with her. If you gave me a choice between two companies, they both made the same product, and if I knew one had a sense of social environmental responsibility, I'd buy that product because it benefits everybody in the end. Sarah, welcome back. Shauna, welcome back. So when you get up every day, Sarah, and to do your job, what are the kinds of pressing issues or questions that are on your mind about this business of regenerative farming, regenerative agriculture, the planet, whatever? What really what consumes a lot of your psychological space?
That's probably a question for another show, but I'm kidding. No, I mean, I think that, I wake up and come to work every day and try to figure out how we can improve people's lives and help the planet while doing it. And so a major part of my work is focusing on, our supply chain and taking care of people, making sure we're staying to our commitments on organic and non-GMO, working with our team here at New Chapter to improve our policies to increase and stay on the trends of B Corp. And this regenerative piece has really gotten me excited in the company also, because we really feel like we have a way to make a difference. And, because we source from thousands of small family farmers around the world, and because we're committed to organic, can we take this idea of regenerative agriculture and put it into practice? And that's what we're focusing on for this year and beyond.
Mm-hmm. So regenerative organic agriculture, which is a mouthful, what that's about is soil carbon sequestration. The soil has this ability to sequester the carbon in the atmosphere, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And what happens when there's too much carbon buildup, that's what becomes, along with other issues, that can be destructive to the planet generally, but to the atmosphere specifically, yes?
Yeah, and the exciting thing is that, we have the ability to actually make a difference. Yes, we all need to reduce our use and our carbon footprint, but wouldn't it be great, and isn't it great that there's a solution that can be done, with farming? And so, that's why, but the idea is that we need to get this information out there. And so that's why we are committed to building a toolkit to allow farmers and people that are working in in agriculture the education and the ability to implement regenerative agriculture practices.
Yeah, I just asked Josh to see if he could find some images since we have internet TV, to show the cover crops that you were talking about. So let me see if I understand that. So let's say you're growing, I don't know, strawberries, potatoes, I don't know what. And do they also then put cover crops next to the crop that your primary crop that you're trying to grow and harvest? Or do
I'll give you an example. It's just from our home. I have 10 acres, and we do grow strawberries and lots of different crops. And so my husband, who is an organic farmer by passion and once by profession, you'll see clover running through all of our fields because we want to make sure that there are no areas that are exposed. Cover crop does a lot of different things. You can have nitrogen fixing cover crops. You can have there's a lot of reasons to use cover crop, and one of them is making sure that the soil is protected.
So I mentioned, here in Florida we have in a place called Plant City. There's a lot of strawberry farms here. You're probably aware of that. I don't know if those. I don't think most of that is not organic. I don't know. But this is interesting. So you actually live your job in a real sense at home, in that your husband practices that which you do at work, trying to promote.
I think that one of the reasons why our home office is here in Vermont is because we have a passionate community that cares about environment and taking care of people. So you'll find most employees, I think, here at New Chapter are aware. We live in a farming community. Our offices is in a small town of 12,000 people. It's a rural community, and it's Vermont. So we're focused on organics, and we're focused on farmers markets, and it's a really nice place to work and to live.
So if I were to come to your house for dinner, invite myself if I visited Brattleboro, I called you up and I said, get a hold of Shauna, and we're coming. We're going to come over for dinner. What would be on the table?
Well, our gardens are exploding right now, so we have lots of eggplants and cucumbers and tomatoes and basil and kale and lettuce. So, and there's a farm stand that we have at our house also. But the beautiful thing about Vermont is across the street there's an organic dairy where we could go get milk. We have 10 chickens for eggs, so I think the opportunities are endless.
That's interesting.
And so we would all figure out what we wanted to do to break bread together.
So did you grow up this way, learning about this, or did this happen later when you were a young adult, or what?
I grew up in St. Louis in Missouri, which you wouldn't think of as the most linked in to this type of thinking. But my family was alternative, and we did care a lot about these types of issues. And it was really after I was a young adult and went to college that I really started caring. My first passion was knowing where your food came from. And so when I started working at New Chapter, it was about knowing where supplements as food come from. So a lot of my focus is in that area, and that's what really drove me here initially and still drives me to this day of being able to pick up the phone and call your farmer.
Now I understand. I would have hired you too if I were working for New. We need to get somebody in this position. You're perfect, just absolutely perfect. We'll have the LTN Health question of the day, $25 gift card, right answer.
Did you know that the most common form of calcium supplement today is calcium carbonate, also known as limestone? You don't eat rocks as part of your balanced diet, so why would you choose to supplement your bone health nutritional needs with limestone? Our bodies understand and seek whole food sources of nutrition. New Chapter is proud to deliver Bone Strength Take Care, a calcium complex that delivers key bone health nutrients in the form of whole food, not rocks. Bone Strength Take Care also delivers key bone-nourishing nutrients, including vitamins D3 and K2. Vitamin K2 is of critical importance as it ensures calcium is placed in the bone where it's needed and stays out of the arteries where it's not. Discover for yourself the whole food bone health alternative to rocks. Bone Strength Take Care, the best-selling natural bone health supplement in America. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, They have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. Talking with Sarah Newmark and Shauna Wall today about New Chapter's commitment to, to the environment, being socially responsible to society generally, but and specifically to the environment, protection of the environment, and to regenerate the soil. And so we were talking about a particular kind of crop that is grown to help do that. And that will be the health question of the day. What do we call that crop that's planted between main crops to prevent leaching or soil erosion, or to otherwise, in a sense, provide green manure. I'm just saying. What do we call that kind of crop? It's not a multiple choice today. We've mentioned that it's two, what's the name of that crop that's planted between main crops to prevent leaching or soil erosion, or to otherwise provides green manure. It covers, in other words, the soil's not exposed. It's planted between the main crop that you're trying to grow. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. Another definition I saw, Sarah, was a crop such as winter rye or clover planted between periods of regular crop production to prevent soil erosion and provide humus or nitrogen for the soil. That's another definition I came across for that particular crop that we're talking about. So is it?
That's correct.
So it's planted between crops, but it can also be used in rotation. Like when you're done growing your strawberries, then you plant whatever else to cover the earth, right?
Yeah, so like for example, for turmeric, for us, you want a good agricultural practice is to let your fields rest, right? So you grow 1 year and you let them rest for 2 other years, and so in that time, for the next year you would likely plant a nitrogen fixing crop, some beans, some peppers, and then the next year you would let it rest and plant it with cover crop. We often in our fields at home will plant like you said, like a winter rye or a clover the season before to get the soil ready for planting the next year and let it just cover crop for a whole year.
So what we're showing, if you're watching at letstalknutrition.com, it looks like they're growing corn. You can see the row of corn. And in between the rows, instead of seeing raw, barren soil, exposed soil, it looks like they've grown, I don't know what that plant is. It could be clover. I don't know what it is. But it's green in between. It looked like weeds, but they're not weeds. But between the rows of corn are these kind of crops, which is what we're trying to find the answer, what that crop called. This is interesting. Is this common when they grow corn in the Midwest? Are farmers doing this or not?
In the conventional agriculture system, the high pesticide, high chemical system, no, this is not what's happening. None of these practices are what's happening in that.
Why? Is it too expensive? What? Why?
Oh, well, I mean, they're tied into a genetically modified system where they're spraying the fields with herbicides and pesticides, and so all of that would die. That is what the idea behind genetically modified corn is. You only want the corn to live, and that is devastating to the soil. Devastating.
Would these pesticides, herbicides, and whatnot kill the crop that grows between the corn?
The only thing that's alive is that genetically modified seed at the end.
Because it's been genetically
it's been genetically altered to withstand the application. But what it also kills is everything in the soil. It kills the microbiome of the soil.
Certainly the farmers know this, right? They know that, right?
You know, I mean, I can't speak for them, but my assumption is that they've been told a story that doesn't involve the whole picture.
But they're smart people. My show is throughout the United States, and we're in the Midwest. And I know there are a lot of farmers, cattle farmers, all kinds of farmers, plant farmers of one sort or another that listen to this show and watch it. These are smart people. They have to know. Boy, it would be interesting. I don't know. I always tread carefully here because this can get so political and so crazy.
Me too. Here's what I can say, Dr. Garko. I've been on the fields of our organic turmeric farmers in India and visited them many, many times. And what I hear over and over again is, even as some of them have been conventional farmers in the past, is that they wanted to take their seeds back. They wanted to have the ability to farm in the way that protected their family, and also gave back to the earth, but also gave back to them financially. And what they found over and over and over again is that when you practice with regenerative or organic practices, your soils have the ability to withstand drought. Your yields are the same, if not better, in times of environmental stress. And they've made a better living by making this change. But these are small-scale farmers, not part of a big agricultural system, or they were, and they've moved away from it.
Yeah.
I think all farmers are smart. They're connected to our land. We should encourage people to be farmers and consider that. But what I can't speak for them, but I can say what I've experienced from our turmeric farmers and the turmeric that goes into our products in India. They've found environmental and financial benefit for moving to this type of agricultural system. And a lot of this work that we're working on has been started and led by our partner farm down in Costa Rica, Luna Nueva.
I see. Let's go to Brandon, Florida. Domingo, welcome to the show. What kind of crops are we talking about here that are either grown between crops or in a kind of a seasonal or crop rotation fashion? What are those crops called?
Cover crops.
Cover crops. Congratulations, Domingo. You won a $25 supplement gift card.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for listening, by the way. We appreciate it.
I appreciate your show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. Sarah, thank you so much. And Shauna, thank you as well for grabbing Sarah walking down the hall.
I took all her time.
It's okay. It's all right. We'll get her back on. We like Shauna. We'll get her back on. We'll get her to talk. New chapter. You can see. You see? These companies. I wanted to give you a little peek beyond the product. What goes on with these companies? What kind of social conscience do they have? What's their commitment to the earth? That's what distinguishes New Chapter from many other supplement companies. So now you know. And we do all this and talk about these kinds of things because your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you.
Natural Factors.